you would, wouldn't you? You absolutely would. You stinking beast. Welcome into another episode of Snowrunner with me, the Midlife Simster. Thanks for coming back to the channel, joining me as I continue to make my way through the game. Last episode we finished off the contracts that we needed to do, so now it's finally time to open up a new map. As always, take the whole faithful Chevy Chase. We'll take him down to down at the bottom end of the map and head across the through the tunnel and see what awaits us on the other side. From memory, I think it's a bit of a muddy time. It's not quite as bad as the fourth map, but it's certainly not an easy one. Wow, I'd forgotten how hard it was to control this car times. Right, let's get a bit of all-wheel drive on here. The only other thing that's changed, really, we've got the new contract with not that with the old way, was it the Husky Forwarding, so the winter stores, which would be bringing basically stuff up to that logistics base. Not going to worry about that right now. Excuse me. The drill operation maintained warehouse access might be worth it a little bit, I suppose, on truck repair services, but we've been waiting a long time, so let's get on with this. Let's open up the next map, and then maybe in a couple of episodes we'll come back and have a go at that. Updates, been a few days now. Interesting, the YouTube algorithm, I'm fascinated by it. I haven't got a particularly large audience reach or anything like that, so I'm never going to be one that's going to be raking in the views. At the same time, it is interesting to see how it plays out, because I can't work out how... Why is that just randomly died so quickly there? I can't work out how on some videos you can get, several hundred views quite quickly, and then other videos I can't break 50. It's bizarre. Now, I guess a large part of it will be because that was terrible driving, wasn't it? I guess a large part of it will be because I was away for so long, didn't upload anything for several weeks. So, what? Stop it. So, tried something new. Created a YouTube short. Everything in the research that I did previously when I was setting up the channel suggested that you do the shorts to basically get attention to your channel, and then your videos are what will maintain subscribers. So shorts are just there to try and get people to come across, which hopefully will be the case. But again, previously when I've done that, I'm just going to get some quick fuel here. You tell him, what am I doing? It's that one, isn't it? Idiot. Tell him how to practice. So, did the short, got that sorted, so uploaded that. But again, can't really work out why, but that's my third short that I've uploaded now. The first one I did, which was really, I was still learning how to kind of put these things together. Let me just check I am actually going where I want to go. Now then, Island Lake or Drummond Island. I can't remember which one's worse. I think Island Lake is probably where I want to go. I think. So if we carry on down here, I mean, that's horrific to get through. I mean, the scout probably would have been better actually coming this way. Is typical, isn't it? I wonder if we drop into the quarry then. Let's do that. Let's just go through the horrific way. Just fight our way through. See if we can't. See if we can't get down there. On this bank. I'll probably run out of fuel. That's the annoying thing now. I'm going to go all the way down there, and I'm probably not going to be able to make it. Anyway, so when I first started out, I created a quick reel. It very, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. It's just very clunky. It's not very pretty to look at. Quite a lot of views. So I was like, oh, great, okay, happy days. Created another reel, which I actually put some effort into, albeit, why are those in the middle of the road? I don't remember leaving those there. Okay, strange. Created another short, sorry, reel, about the same thing, I suppose. And, put a bit of effort into it. Hardly any views. Hardly any views. So, we'll see. I've done something I probably shouldn't have done it really, but the short that I've created, and I will choose between short and reel in a moment, but the short that I've created highlights probably a reason why people wouldn't want to get involved in the channel, and highlights something that makes me look a little bit amateurish, which is a bingo. But I can't help myself. I mean, I think it's quite healthy to be able to laugh at yourself and be able to mock yourself and say all the time. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and it's going to stop people coming across and getting really annoyed, because at least then they know what they're in for when they get here, and they realize how often I say that ridiculous word. I am going to have to try and cut it out, because it is annoying me at this point. So I can only imagine how much it must annoy anyone who's willing to listen to this. I touched on in the short, in the description, I had no idea how often I say the word By the way, when we're discussing it's not unnatural so if you are playing bingo, it doesn't count. So I had no idea how often I said it, and it turns out my girlfriend says, oh yeah, you say it all the time. And I said, well, what do you mean? Like I assumed it was something I just did on here because it's providing an opportunity for my brain to try and think about what I gotta say. She said, no, you say it all the time. You say it with family, say it with friends, say it, in work. It's just what you do. So now I'm really self-conscious, and I'm quite embarrassed, because I think, well, how many people have I spoken to over time who just thought, this guy says all the time, he's an idiot. So yeah, quite see, quite, that's a natural one, you can have that goes on the card. Quite embarrassed. So I am desperately gonna have to address it. I don't know how. I have tried putting something up in front of me to try and remind me to stop saying it. If anything, I think it makes me say it more when I can see the word. So I'm just gonna have to try. But I've made a short, and I've made a joke of the fact that I say that stupid word so often. Hopefully people get it, and they get it that it's sarcasm and very tongue-in-cheek, and I'm not taking myself particularly seriously, especially when I've said come for the gameplay and world-class chat. Hopefully people will appreciate that I don't actually think I have world-class chat. Now we've come off the road here, but we're moving quite well, dare I say it, so I may just keep straight lining this and seeing how it goes, rather than finding my way back to the road in the mud. Oh dear. And there it is. So let's maybe hook our way out here. As bouncy as he is, and a little bit all over the shop and prone to random turns, I'd forgotten how much I like Chevy Chase. and driving him around. I wonder how many young people now on YouTube. I mean, most people won't. I suppose a lot of people may not get my reference to calling my car Chevy Chase rather than the Chevrolet, which is, I'm sure my age, obviously, midlife simster. So like Chevy Chase back in the day, 80s and 90s, comedy legend. John Candy, same sort of era. But you see, there's I saw a said it then. I saw on Instagram a reel, and that's why I keep getting. I jump between shorts and reels because I'm used to saying reels, because all I do in my, if I have 5 or 10 minutes spare in my day is watch Instagram reels, which is quite sad, and I get annoyed at myself for doing that, but I do, and it is what it is. It's kind of mind numbing, I suppose, and it takes you away from like the stresses and the day-to-day realities of things. Anyway, so I was watching, scrolling through the reels, and there was a reel that popped up with a lot of youngsters asking about what they consider is old, like what year or era, like decade would you have to be born in to be considered old. I mean, some of these people were probably maybe 20 years old. I suppose they were probably targeting university students, weren't they? So 18 to 21. They were honestly believed, some of them, that anyone born in 2000 was old, certainly late 90s, even though that only makes them 27, 28. And that's then for me, and I won't say my year of birth, but it's certainly a long time ago. If I remember who John Candy and Chevy Chase are, for those of you who understand that era, who know where they're from and stuff, you'll guess roughly where. When I was around, it's, I mean, that makes you feel real old real quick. And like, my life is very different now. I was never really much of a one for going out and doing the sort of weekend clubbing scene and things like that anyway, but it certainly would make me think twice now about going out, because you just be that guy. I'd just be that guy who, when I was 18 to 26, would see that guy in said pub or nightclub and just think, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. You're up to no good. You don't fit in. And I've become that guy at this point, and that's so depressing. Tunnel, come on then. How much fuel we got? 34 liters left. Not far. Come on, Chevy Chase, you got this. Let's go, girl. Oh boy, sorry. Hopefully, I just can't remember, but hopefully there is, come on, get off that. Hopefully there is a trailer store or garage close by. So here we go. Oh no. Oh, I think this, oh, hang on, let me check. Quick slurp of tea. Yeah, I think this is the horrible one. And we blatantly don't have any fuel. We got a couple of houses down there. God, it's been a long time since I've been unlocking watchtowers. This is obviously important because we have got so little in the way of fuel. Now, if I remember the last time we played this, the trick is you end up putting some trailers around the map with fuel in them to act as your petrol stations. I know there's no garage here. I know there's only the 2 garages on these 4 maps. Oh, I just can't remember. I think if I went that way, but it looks like it might be the easier road. It's certainly marked up that way, isn't it? I should have. You can tell how out of practice I am. I should have brought, when we filled up that with fuel, amateur, should have brought that fuel tanker with me. Should have filled up, sold it back, put a brand new one on the back, and we'd have been golden, because we could have just gone for a long time. There's not going to be anything fuel-wise out here, is there? This is just all swamp. Oh, no. No. Yeah. Which just means we're gonna have to bring the Azov out here, slow and steady. Ideally with a enormous fuel tanker behind it. Go and save some of these trucks. Hopefully, we can find a truck of some sort out here and now on this map that we'll be able to keep like this. That'd be a good one. I genuinely can't remember because it's been so long since I played the game, originally played it prior to restarting the game and becoming using it for content creation. I genuinely can't remember these 2 maps within the Michigan side of things. So turn the engine off. Oops. Should have turned the engine off to save a bit of fuel. Let me see anything of any use. Right, 22 litres left. So we've got an upgrade up there. Now then, what's this? We have a truck. Question is, what condition is the truck? Interesting. Now, I know you can't straight line these things. That is absolutely impossible. And my 22 little litres ain't getting me anywhere. So it cost me about 8 litres to get back. So that would take me under 14 litres. Is it worth trying to fight my way through this to see if there's anything there? Or, nah, the sensible punt here. That's strange, what's that? The sensible play here is we're going to carry on up. And we're going to hope that whatever that is up there, we can steal some fuel off it. And if we can't, we can't, and we'll have to get the Azov out here, and so be it. Come on, Chevy. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Get up there. These 2 maps, this one in particular, I'm pretty sure were just painful. I'm sure there must be better ways of getting through these maps than I was managing. But like my recollection, if it is this map as well, if it is this one of the 4, my recollection was I didn't enjoy this map at all because it's just so muddy, and I don't think enough of the vehicles we've got have been upgraded. It's quite a shame the way some people treat their stuff. This truck must have been a cowboy Cadillac back in the day. Now it's a total heap. You can get about here. Maybe I can get around again. So 1500, 160, but we also get the Western Star. Now this big old beast. No, stop it. Stop that. Stop that. Turn that off. We can't. So what if I gotta... Well, my only option is to drag it? Ah, you would, wouldn't you? You absolutely would. You stinking beast. Ah. So we can't, even if I put fuel in it, we can't drive it. She's completely dead. We're gonna have to drag her out here. I mean, that's a job in itself for the Azov. We can't get down to that fuel. Ah, that's so annoying. There's just no point doing anything else for this. So let's think about this then. Let's go back to our global map. Yeah, Drummond Island would have been the one to go to. I wonder if we just, I mean, we suppose we could, but then Chevy Chase is abandoned up there and we haven't got a scout vehicle. So it's kind of pointless doing that. I'm so annoyed at myself. Okay. Let's get back up here then. Let's get the Azov. To save a bit of time, because I mean we're already the best part of 20 minutes into this episode. Once we've, let's have a look what we can do. We're going to take, at the moment she's got the loading crane on her, it's always kind of worth having anyway. Because it can help out in funny situations. And we've got the low saddle, so we can pull a fuel tanker, couldn't we, with that? Okay, so let's get her out of here. Whoops. It's gonna be difficult to do I take a flatbed? Right, I'm going to take a flatbed and then I'm going to try and hook this up. So I'll make some decisions. It's going to be mega boring either way, and difficult getting these down to the map because it's not a not particularly nice journey, especially putting all that stuff for these trailers. So I will see you when we get down there and pull up next to good old Chevy Chase. So I'll see you in a little bit. Sorry about that. I in my enjoying myself so much there in my own little world. Arrived back here and was just quite happy fixing things up without doing any talking, which is amateur hour. So okay, so full tank of gas for Chevy Chase and for the Western Star. Engine repaired, suspension repaired, gearbox repaired. Kibosh. There we go. So whilst we're here, there's a little bit left in points. So yeah, we got that. Chevy's undamaged. Any damage to the Azov? Took a bump on the engine. Maybe I'll just fix that up. It makes massive amounts of difference to anything. Cool. So we will just jump into the Chevy and shift her out of the way a sec. Come on, get out of the way. There you go, girl. Right. Okay, Western Star. Let's just see how you. Let's see how it is to drive. Let's take you out this way, see what's out here. Worst case scenario, I mean, you're a rigid truck, aren't you? You're really horribly long. We have got a diff lock on you, which is good. It should help out. No, I tell you what, hang on, first things first. Let's jump into Chevy and let's go and get that. Whatever that might be, as we're here with all the everything in terms of recovery, we may as well go and grab that now. So drive over here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, I probably won't bother putting the speed cut. I'm literally just gonna cut it all out, I think, and just do me sort of returning. That was a few repairs before I remember to start talking again. The only tricky part, we came down the side with the fuel station, so where there's just that really narrow path. Just go really bogged down. You'll see from the thumbnail, ended up with the fuel tanker kind of wedged in the air vertically. It wasn't pretty, but it wasn't unrealistic in that sense. I mean, obviously the fuel tank being up in the air is very unrealistic, but it didn't really cause too many dramas, so it wasn't worth resetting and starting again. I was quite happy with that. But I wonder what we're going to get from this. I'm going to have to change the light in a moment, but we'll get this done first. So, show truck list. Engine for the Chevy, the Neo Falcon, the Scouts, the AAC, the Ford, the MTB Rock Grinder. Yeah. Heavily tuned custom for engine, pump workshop, power management, somewhat unhealthy appetite for gas. The head 635 is yeah. Okay. Let's change the clock whilst I think about it. Right, Chevy. Let's try and get you back out here, my boy. Power through. And then we'll go and grab that big old lump of a thing and see what she's like. I've got to, if I remember rightly, I don't think I liked it, only because of that the rigid body, so it makes any sort of turning nigh on impossible. Whoops. But I'm sure I was reading, I don't know, maybe I'm getting confused. I'm sure I read somewhere or saw something online on like a YouTube video or in the comment section or something like that, in one of the, like, that someone raving about this truck and it being one of the better ones. Can I just refuel, please? Fuel carrier to the Chevy. Thanking you. And then we will change truck. Western Star. So those tires don't look the best. Don't know if that'll come through. That I had to pause and stop out then. Apologies, family going bananas downstairs. Someone at the door. All go. So other than now, a little bit of cosmetic, she should be good. Let's see. That's going nowhere. See if we can't get her out of the mud to start with. There we go. Get her moving. She is a big old girl. Oh, baby. But even with that diff lock, these tyres, they're not going to do us any favours, are they? And already we're stuck again. I think these tyres are just going to... desperately really need to get her back to a garage to try and make some repairs and see if we can upgrade the tyres on her at all. I just don't know if we can. It would be such a long journey back. Just to find out that we can't. So the only other way of doing it would be... oh, come on. I suppose a winch is probably rubbish as well, isn't it? The only other way would be to check in the garage if it's available and then see what we can customise. We bought one, if we could afford one. Oops. Little nudge. Right. Come on then. Let's go. Massive fuel tank on you. Let's just see what you're like when we get you moving forward. If we can keep you moving, just keep you going. Okay, let's take a let's risk it for the biscuit. But we got no all-wheel drive. There's that weird little bit of building that's on the map. Just an old abandoned or taken apart piece of building. You just know there's going to be stuff out in that swamp. You just know it's out there. Yeah. I have no idea how I'm going to get out there and get it. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. Dare I say it, but she's doing alright. I'm scared to stop forward progress, I gotta be honest, but she's at least moving. Get her onto some hard ground here where hopefully she won't sink in too much, at least. He says as she starts to sink tragically. We can come up with a bit of a plan. So we got a watchtower down there, but I don't know how we're going to get to that with this thing. We got a watchtower all the way over there. We got a watchtower all the way up there. So I'm very tempted. Keep this thing going, push it along, just to see what gets out here. There's a tunnel exit there, but that's going to probably be to the other, to Drummond Island there that we haven't unlocked yet, rather than back to anywhere useful. And then Drummond Island leads back to Smithville Dam, doesn't it? Yeah, you can see the triangle there. So nothing links back to Black River other than Smithville Dam. So it's just so difficult to get it back to a garage. All right, well, let's just see if we can let's just see if we can just keep this girl going. Let me put a way markers down for myself so I don't lose my head. Whoops. Not everyone's cup of tea, the markers, I get it. Spoke about it before, but helps me just stay focused. Come on, girl. I know I shouldn't have parked you and stopped your forward progress, I know. Oh! Oh, hello. Hello, Chevy Chase. Right, I'm not going to read it because I don't want to stop. Oh my word, I'm going to have to... Whoosh. Gosh, she's better going backwards than she is forward. What's that about? Right, this is hard ground by here with some trees and whatnot, so... What was that then? Rusty Legacy. Ted, when I replaced on randomly embedded my infant abandoned truck, I know time to prepare myself for you might help. Rewards, so you gotta return to the farmer's house down there. Well, the Azov is gonna be able to drag that thing all the way down there. I mean, technically this thing probably could as well, that said. But like, I'm sure on bigger maps, maybe the ice maps, or with the right setup, maybe this truck would be good, but right now, she is not doing me any favors. Okay, well, I'm gonna drag her across the map using this thing. I'll leave her there. Or him there, sorry. And the Azov can do the rest. Where's the road? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh dear. Come on then, come on, come on, come on. I mean, there should be plenty of winch points here, we should be alright. What am I stuck on? Ay, ay, ay. And this will always be the problem, isn't it? Because it's just... Compared to the Azov, I'm just spoilt. And you know, this thing's got no upgrades on it at all. I can't even get her out of essentially a very basic ditch. It's like, what sort of hope, you know? She's clearly not designed for this sort of thing. We can't make any sort of progress without using the winch because of the rear wheel drive. Just slamming through fuel. She was doing good when she was out on the kind of open, but just now we're getting nowhere. Going absolutely nowhere. Low. Give me a death block. Aye, aye, aye. This is hardly riveting watching, is it? I mean... And this is why I suppose this game is for the purists, because there's nothing in the sense of I don't even want to begin thinking about going down there with this thing. It would take me half hour to turn around. There's nothing Call of Duty with this, is there, where you're flying around and it's all action, all fun and games. This game is very much the purist. Can we spot anything else hanging around and lurking around out there? So once I get through this puddle, let's see if we can't knock the diff lock off and pick up a bit of speed on the road. I think off camera, because I don't want to just pain you guys with it. I think off camera, if I can get this beast across this map and back across the Smithville Dam and back up to the garage at least, just to see what we could do potentially. Whether there's any tyres or engine or... I don't know if there was a little a small jump there, apologies if there was. I've had to do quite a lot of stopping and starting with the recording today, just because of things going on with the family in the house and kids running upstairs and coming into the room, so apologies if that's the case. So I mean, she does move well, doesn't she? I mean, when she's on open ground and gets going, she beast. I'm scared now. I'm scared to stop. Flaming barrels discovered. So let's give ourselves a bit of a spot where we can hopefully okay. So I think the final thing to do is we will grab Chevy Chase and we'll quickly nip across, knock off the watchtower, but there, if we've got enough, then bring it down, knock off the watchtower, but there, and that might just do us for this episode, and we can start planning some stuff. What I may then do off camera is take the Western Star all the way back through the maps and try and get her back to, whoops, a daisy. Try and get her back to the garage and see what upgrades we can apply. I am quite tempted to try and use her and try a few, you know, some different things with new trucks and stuff. Don't know why I just drove straight into this gigantic mess of a puddle that the Western Star left behind. Wasn't really paying enough attention there, so let's wake up, shall we? Wasting fuel before you even get going. Okay, let's go. Let's go and try and get some of these sorted. Let's see. Chevy's already struggling. I just try and keep a wheel just off the side here. Try and give us a bit better traction. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Doesn't seem to be really. Use the winch as much as we can. Dear me. Yeah, and this is why I did not like this map the first time round. It's just so boggy, so hard to get around, and then add in the distinct lack of garage, being miles and miles and miles away, no fuel. Oh my word. So it's a difficult map, this one, with very little enjoyment. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are parts of Alaska where the brief parts at least I tried that were the same. You get into the deep snow, and you just can't get anywhere. So I do appreciate that it's gonna be the same throughout, isn't it? So there's obviously something up there. What's that? Fuel. There's a little fuel trailer there. Well, we've only used 10 famous last words, I know. So I think we'll leave that and carry on. Try and go as much as the crow flies here. The all-wheel drive just doesn't cut it. Come on. Oh, now we've got a bit of traction. Stick it in high and see if we can't keep it ticking over. Come on. Here's the watchtower. Come on, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. No, that's not going to work. Get off it. Oof. Engine off. Nice. Do we spot anything in the distance? No. I mean, you're highly unlikely to get multiple vehicles given to you in one map. So I think if we, I think our safest bet is to spin back around. Should we just carry on down, try and pick this one off maybe? Can't then. We've already been that way, haven't we? So let's see what lies ahead. Try and get one more watchtower. Oh no, this is going to be a bit disgusting, I fear. See what's down here in case we can spot anything. Into the higher of the lows with the diff lock. Start churning through our fuel, but hopefully making a bit of better progress than just digging ourselves in on the auto. So there's a fuel tanker down there as well, which is the one we saw on the map down there. So you want to hook a right and a left. It's definitely. What's that over there? Don't know if that's something or just maybe the rocks not quite rendering in. Soon find out. Let's get up here. What do we see? Right and left, wasn't it? I seem to remember this hill and getting very stuck on it with one of the bigger trucks. And we might be able to drop into auto here. Yeah, come on then. Make a bit of ground. Probably crash. Lordy lord, see? Nearly did. I think it must have been a rock that we saw. I think it must be that. I think it might be that. Just hadn't rendered in, maybe. Ah, so you're going to be quite a tricky one to get up to, aren't you? Can I swing a right, swing a right? Let's give it a go. Let's give it our best shot. Without, hopefully without tipping Chevy over. Oh my word. Is it up there? Yeah. I think we'll exercise a bit of caution here. Rather than just go flat out at it. Obviously the issue with this map is whenever if you do tip a vehicle, then it is a nightmare situation for us. Happy days. That was actually a lot easier than we were probably expecting that to be. So we'll launch that one. Spot anything? Tanker in the distance. Couple of objectives, so let's have a quick look at the maps. We've got the bridge gap there, we've got a fuel carrier there, a couple of tasks to sort out. Good stuff. Good stuff. So just what I'd like to do is ideally bring the one of the scout carrier on the back of the Chevy, I think, and start running the satellite, because it's always good for trying to find the missing bits and bobs. The issue is trying to get one. Think. If we head out through the tunnel over here, that'll take us to the top end. No, it won't. No, I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I think that will be for next episode. So, if you have enjoyed it, as always, please do give me a like and a follow in the comments. Let me know if I could be doing anything better, if there's anything you'd be doing any different. Just look at him, chill out, have a nice little nap. If you do want to like and share this video, please do be my guest. And until next time, be happy, stay safe. I'll speak again soon. Take care.